I thought it would be fun to do a video on some items that are special to me. Tell you a little bit about them and why they're special. So we'll start with this here. This mug my daughter bought for me for Mother's Day several years ago. And I still use it every single morning to drink my coffee. So it's my favorite possession, one of them. This is a Shiva Lingam. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I got into a new age phase around 2011 when I started waking up to how the world really works. And I thought this was so cool looking. I just loved the flecks of colors. And eventually I met my husband, who's from India, and found out that this has even more meaning where he comes from. When I was in grade school, I was obsessed with Native American Indians. I loved to learn about them, and I used to love to go to Dixon Mounds. If any of you don't know what Dixon Mounds is, it's a museum for Native American artifacts and history. And back in the day, when I was in grade school, they built a building around a Native American burial site and had it half dug up with the bones exposed. And it was used for educational purposes. Kids would come on field trips and you could walk around on this upper floor and look over the top down at it, and yeah. And naturally, the Native Americans were very offended by this. It was disrespectful, and they have since, I think they closed the whole place for a while, but they have since opened it again. They just covered that up and don't show that part anymore, is my understanding. I totally understand. But anywho, when I went on a field trip there, I purchased these things, and I still have them saved to this day. They were these little bead necklaces. The Indian and the moccasins. And it has a matching little bracelet. And I don't mean any disrespect by still having these, because I doubt that they're actual genuine things made from the Native Americans, but it just represents my interest and respect for them. And also, as I had said in some other videos, I love genealogy, researching my family history. By doing DNA and research, I found I think she's a third cousin in my father's side of the family, and we've become very close. And she has given me a couple things. She used to, in her younger days, do this craft with beads. So she gifted me this little thing among many other things made of beads. She used to travel around to set up stands and sell her stuff. So that's cute. Keep it out of the sentimentalness. And she also gifted me this. It's a little boot. It's a little tradition that she has done for a while. I think another friend of hers started it with her, and now I take part in that tradition. And she sent me a little card. I'm giving you this gift as a thank you in place of a hug, a tradition to share each holiday forever, where friends near or far feel closer together. Hang your boot on your tree as the holiday approaches. Then take a photo as you drink from your chosen holiday potion. Share a laugh or a moment with me. This is how we will stay close, whether far or near. Bonded forever by this boot shot tradition every year. Love, Nancy. So for the last 2 years, I'll put a drink in there. It can be eggnog, alcohol, milk, juice, whatever. And we'll toast in the photo, take a drink, or we'll send a video, either one. We'll send it to each other through text message. So that's special. I have a couple sets of salt and pepper shaker pigs. These belong to my grandma. She is my father's mother, and she died of Alzheimer's some time back, several years back. She was very big into pigs. She had pig salt and pepper shakers, and she was also into ducks, I think, because down in the family room where we'd open presents at Christmas and stuff, she had these little stuffed geese, ducks, geese, something, both, I don't remember. And this fake hay set up, and these little plastic eggs with little sticks, and she'd wedge them into the hay to hold them in place. And yeah, us kids would always play with those geese, ducks, and whatnot. So yeah, after she passed, my Aunt Gloria saved these out for me so I could have them to remember her by. This is a little plush, soft penguin. I call him Squishy. He's not like beanbag or anything, but I just call him Squishy because he's so cute. My daughter, who also gifted me this cup, when I got on the airplane for the first time ever in my life to fly to India, she gave me this Squishy. She was about 8 years old, and I kept him like this the whole time I flew. And when we'd have turbulence or something, I would, brace Squishy and think of my daughter. I still have him. This one I got from something called JT's General Store back in the 80s. It was a brown van, if I remember right, sort of like UPS. And my mom would order things from some catalog, JT's General Store, I guess, and they would deliver it to our place. And she had ordered me this, apparently, and he used to have a little red tongue. It came off. And I was so favored this thing. I remember taking it to school and setting it on my desk and having a little desk out of a book, and had his own little space on the corner of my desk, and he went everywhere with me. And I put 1984 on here. That was, I guess, years back. It was my best estimate of about when I would have got him, but it was definitely in the early 80s. I called him my JT Bear. Then we got some North Carolina beach from 2019 from my sister. She went on vacation with her husband and kids, and they traveled through several states and stopped at all different places, beaches, caves, and she brought me this sand. And this is from my daughter, who gifted me the mug and the Squishy. She took a trip with her man to Florida, and she bought me this little thing and brought it back from Florida for me. I have a tote full of things all my children have made me over the years, in daycare, preschool, kindergarten, grade school, all of it. But I'm only going to show you one thing in particular because we'd be here all day. But since I showed you several things from my daughter that I'm sentimental about, this is something I got from my son when he was in kindergarten. It's this really pretty plate with his handprint. I keep that wrapped in bubble wrap in the tote to protect it. And then This one, it's just nostalgia. It's not the toy I had when I was a kid, the exact toy. I mean, I had this exact toy, but this one I ordered from eBay. Just so I could remember. I don't remember watching this cartoon or having the book. I just remember I had this somehow. I don't know how I got it, ended up with it, but I played with it all the time. It's called Woodsy Squirrel, the Woodsy Squirrel family, I think. And it's a little log cabin, or I mean a little tree stump. And it comes with a little table. And I believe 3 little chairs. And a bucket and a broom. And it's got 3 squirrels and their finger puppets, and they have a squeaker in them. This is the mama. And this is the papa. Got a little tie on. And this is the son. I got this just for nostalgia. I don't need to collect every toy I had in childhood because that would be nuts, but this one, I don't know. Seems special and kind of antique-ish. And then in high school, I had made a Native American head out of clay that got baked in the oven. It was so awesome, but I think I had given it to my mom because she always loved Native American stuff too. But I think it ended up broke, or it's just buried in our house somewhere. I have one thing in my possession, this this kind of ugly bear I made. But we had to take and roll clay, roll it into little snake things and mesh it together and get all the air bubbles out and paint it and all that. And then it got baked. And I'm still mad to this day because it's an ugly white color shirt with little blue flecks on it. My teacher, art teacher, had told me those would burst out like tie-dye. Yeah, they didn't. They stayed boring, ugly white shirt, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking with this maroon and yellow, especially with tie. I don't know what that deal was. But I even made him a little tail, but it got baked in there. I guess it won't come out. I made it to where it could come out, but yeah, it won't now. And his head comes off. And it's got an opening there, and good luck getting anything out that you put in there. But yeah, I made that in, I don't even know, freshman or sophomore year maybe? Or maybe it was junior high. I have no idea. I don't know if I carved a date on here. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, that's a part of my youth right there. And then another part of my youth was these. This is part of the Get Along Gang. Now again, I don't remember us watching that show much. We could have. I just remember somehow we got some of these characters. And I always played with Montgomery Moose, and my sister always played with Bingo, the beaver. I think his name was Bingo. And we even, you remember those little people? You had the house with the ringing doorbell and the little people with the round heads, and you could buy the school with the merry-go-round and the teeter-totter that they fit into the little holes. And yeah, so we had the house and a bunch of those little people, and these would be the husband of the woman little people. He had the little chick with brown hair, and he had the chick with blonde hair, if I remember right. Me and my sister we had a brother, a half-brother, and he was around on and off, but he was 6 years older than me, and my sister's 4 years younger than me. So basically, we felt like it was just us two, and we had to share a room most of our lives until we got older. We played together. We lived out in the middle of nowhere, and so we was always playing together. We didn't get to have many friends over very often, and until I got older and could start riding my bike, then I'd be riding all over town all the time, because back then, you know, the street light rule. But until then, we just had each other. So this is one of the special memories of me and my sis, one of our everyday toy things that we always played with. Just thought it would be fun to share those memories with everyone.